Is there an agenda against the Indiana Fever? In their 2025 preseason opener against the Washington Mystics, the Fever faced a barrage of physical play that felt all too familiar. With their superstar Caitlin Clark sidelined, the Mystics smelled blood, hitting the Fever with body slams and shoves that could have broken a lesser team. But what happened next wasn't just a game, it was a statement. A new Fever squad, led by a fiery veteran, turned the tables and left the Mystics stunned. This wasn't the same team that got pushed around last year. This was something different, something tougher. Let's dive into the chaos and uncover what really went down. Caitlin Clark, the face of the Fever, was missing in action for the first time in 5 years. A nagging left leg injury, described by Clark as just a little tightness, kept her on the bench for the May 3, 2025, clash at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Coach Stephanie White wasn't taking chances, especially with a grueling 44-game season looming, 4 more than last year. White's focus was clear: protect Clark for the long haul. Last season, Clark was a sensation, setting WNBA rookie records with 19.2 points and 8.4 assists per game, leading the Fever to their first playoff berth since 2016. Her absence left a massive void, and the Mystics pounced, ready to exploit a vulnerable Fever squad. But someone was about to step up in a way no one saw coming. The Mystics came out swinging, and not just with their shots. In the first quarter, they crushed the Fever 24-13, bullying their way to a 15-point lead. Indiana's offense was a mess, shooting a dismal 25% from the field, missing layups, and looking lost without Clark's playmaking. The Mystics' physical defense set the tone, daring the Fever to respond. Fans in the packed arena, over 12,000 strong, watched in silence as Washington's players pushed and shoved, sensing an easy win. The Fever looked like they might crumble before the game even hit halftime, but deep in the shadows, an unlikely spark was about to ignite. Enter Sophie Cunningham, the Fever's new veteran guard, acquired in a blockbuster off-season trade. With Clark out, Cunningham became the Mystics' prime target and their biggest mistake. 5 minutes into the second quarter, rookie Kiki Iriafin delivered a play that had nothing to do with basketball. As Cunningham battled for a rebound, Iriafin grabbed her and slammed her to the hardwood with a force that echoed through the arena. The crowd gasped. Teammates froze. The refs called a flagrant one foul, but many felt it deserved worse. Cunningham didn't back down. She sprang up, got in Iriafin's face, and let her know this wasn't over. That moment lit a fire. Cunningham finished with 21 points, 8 rebounds, and a relentless drive that flipped the game. The Mystics thought they could intimidate her. They were dead wrong. This wasn't the first time the Fever faced this kind of heat. Last year, Caitlin Clark was at the center of a firestorm. Opponents hit her with hard fouls like Chennedy Carter's shoulder check in June 2024 or DeJohnai Carrington's eye poke in the playoffs, sparking wild rumors of an agenda against her. Some fans cried foul, claiming Clark was targeted as the league's new star. Others, like WNBA legend Diana Taurasi, shrugged it off, saying rookies always face tough love in the pros. Clark didn't flinch. She set a WNBA record for assists. In a season, dropped 30 points in a comeback win against the Mystics, and proved she could handle the pressure. But the chatter didn't stop, especially when Mystics owner Sheila Johnson stirred the pot in December 2024, slamming Time's decision to name Clark Athlete of the Year. Johnson claimed it ignored other stars, hinting at racial undertones, a comment that lit up social media and fueled speculation of bad blood. Was the Mystics' aggression in this game personal? The answer was about to unfold. Cunningham wasn't alone in fighting back. The Fever's new roster, packed with veterans like Dawana Bonner and Sydney Colson, brought a toughness Clark's team lacked last year. When Brittany Sykes shoved Cunningham to the floor later in the game, Bonner didn't hesitate. She stepped in, confronting Sykes and sending a clear message. Mess with one of us, you mess with all of us. Lexi Hull, another unsung hero, was everywhere, snatching 4 steals, diving for loose balls and dropping 13 points. Hull's hustle and Bonner's backbone showed a Fever team that's done being pushed around. Last season, opponents saw Indiana as soft. This time, the Fever were building a new identity, and the Mystics were about to feel the heat. The game's momentum shifted as the Fever clawed back. Down 15 in the first half, they cut the lead to 3 by halftime, thanks to Cunningham's scoring and Hull's defense. In the fourth quarter, the Mystics' advantage vanished. Aaliyah Boston's rare three-pointer and Cunningham's clutch free throws tied it up, forcing overtime. In the extra period, Cunningham took over, hitting key baskets and sinking 7 of 8 free throws. The Fever's defense, described by Coach White as relentless, held the Mystics to tough shots. Indiana shot an unreal 96.4% from the free throw line, going 27 for 28, a stat that sealed their 79-74 victory. Over 12,000 fans roared as the Fever proved they didn't need Clark to win a war. But what happened next was almost as shocking as the comeback. When the buzzer sounded, the Mystics didn't stick around. No handshakes, no pleasantries. They bolted to the locker room. Was it embarrassment? Frustration? Their plan to bully? The Fever had backfired spectacularly. Cunningham, the player they targeted, torched them for a game-high 21 points. The Fever's unity, sparked by Bonner and Hull, turned Washington's tactics against them. Some whispered this snub tied back to Johnson's 2024 comments, suggesting the Mystics still resented Clark's spotlight. Others saw it as Washington's inability to face a team that out-toughed them. Social media buzzed with speculation, with fans on X calling the Mystics' exit classless and predicting a heated rematch on May 28th in Baltimore. Whatever the reason, the Mystics' walk-off only amplified the Fever's statement. They're not here to play nice anymore. This game wasn't just a preseason win, it was a glimpse into the Fever's future. Last year, teams exploited Indiana's youth, banking on their lack of grit. Not anymore. Cunningham's fire, Hull's hustle, and Bonner's leadership showed a team with heart and attitude. Clark's return, expected for the May 4th game against Brazil, will add her scoring and vision to this new toughness. Posts on X are already hyping a monster 2025, with predictions of Clark leading the league in assists, Kelsey Mitchell topping scorers, and the Fever winning 32-plus games. The team's defensive aggressiveness, picking up 94 feet as Coach White noted, could make them a nightmare for opponents. But the bigger question lingers, is the WNBA ready for this version of the Indiana Fever? A squad that fights back, stands together, and thrives under pressure? From a 15-point deficit to an overtime thriller, the Fever proved they're more than Caitlin Clark's team. They're a unit with fight, resilience, and a chip on their shoulder. The Mystics tried to break them and ended up exposing their own flaws. As Clark prepares to rejoin warriors like Cunningham, Hull, and Bonner, the 2025 season feels like the start of something unstoppable. So, what do you think? Can the Fever carry this toughness all the way to a championship? Drop your thoughts below, hit that like button if you're Team Spicy Sophie, and subscribe for more WNBA drama. The Fever are just getting started, and trust me, you won't want to miss what's next.